Hi, welcome to the Digital Communications Multicast. My name's your host. I'm Anthony Prichard, and today I've got a little community give back broadcast where I've invited some business owners that have their business here in Denver to talk about some great gift ideas that they can offer you for Small Business Saturday. First up on the show, I've got the Pizza King, Pizza Pete. He's maniacal about his pizza dough. He's marvelous with his employees, and he is the man when it comes to pizza. I'm really proud to invite on the program today, Pizza Pete.
I'm really proud that you invited us, and I'm very, very thankful, Anthony. You do awesome things for our community, and we're blessed to have you. Thank you so much for inviting me to join everybody today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I thought I would just get right into it. What are some good gift ideas that people in the area can buy from Infinitus Pizza Pie?
Oh, well, if you want to get a little Infinitus Pie party pack, we have a wonderful program going on where we have a reusable bag that's logoed and it's a lime green. It's really cute looking. And then inside that bag, we have our limited edition 10th anniversary t-shirts along with a beer stein, and then you throw a gift certificate on top of that. You don't even have to do any wrapping. You just set that bag under the tree Christmas morning, and somebody's going to be super happy to be able to eat some pie.
That's great. Well, I know that you've created a company that gives people an infinite number of possibilities on an 8-inch and now a 16-inch crust. I've never met anybody that doesn't like pizza. Have you ever met anybody that didn't like pizza?
I have met people that don't like pizza, and the amazing thing is you would be surprised about the number of people I've met who don't like pizza, and they say, I don't like pizza, but man, do I love Infinitus Pie. It's not, I've heard that comment many times, actually. So that's the difference between pizza and pie. Pizza's got tomato sauce, pie's got infinite possibilities. We have 12 sauces and 5 crusts and all kinds of cheeses and 32 toppings. And I was with some people this is a great business. It's the Chocolatier. It's in Lafayette on South Public Road, about Emma Street. We went in there yesterday. And I'm telling you, Anthony, you better get up there and check this place out.
Okay.
I could go on just
I'll
for the
put
next
it in
10
the
minutes
comments.
about
What's
this.
the name of the business?
I think it's called hey, girls, is it the Chocolatier, Katie Pie? Where? In Lafayette. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Stams. 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 It has. Okay. They actually get their chocolates shipped in from Belgium. So then they get these shipments in, and then they sell out. And then if you don't get them when it comes in, you have to wait till the next shipment. I was completely impressed with this business yesterday. And it's not often that I walk into a business and really walk out enamored like I did yesterday. So the reason I brought Stams up is because I started talking to the employees about iPie, because it's what I do. I'm kind of addicted to selling iPie. So I was talking to these guys that were working at Stams about iPie, and I told the guy, you could eat an iPie every single day starting now. And this is a young guy, 18 years old or 19. You could eat a different pizza pie every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of your life, and probably not even get into 1 or 2% of the choices that you could make in iPie. That is how much choice we have at our store. And some people come in and they get a little overwhelmed by it. They come in and their jaw drops and they go to the easy thing. They're like, just give me a pepperoni pizza. And we make fantastic pepperoni pizza. So it's not like they're going to get their pepperoni pizza and be sad about it. And then after they get it and they taste it, they're like, wow. And as time goes on, they get to begin to explore the infinite possibilities of pie. And man, the things that our customers create are amazing.
Pete, I'm a pie hound. You don't have to convince me. I love the stuff. And I think one of the coolest things you have there is your pie of the month. Can you tell the viewers about the pie of the month?
We do these monthly rotating pies. So this month, our pie of the month is a Brussels sprout pie, where we do a garlic white sauce, and we do a little bit of onions, Brussels sprouts, apples, gorgonzola cheese, and bacon. That thing is delicious. But Anthony, I got to tell you, this is a really great story. I got an email, and it was from the American Potato Council, and they wanted my recipe for best potato pizza. Pizza using potatoes. So I went on and I put our next month pie of the month down, which is green chili sauce, then little onions, tomatoes, fresh roasted red potatoes, a little cheddar and bacon, and then we garnish it with some chives and sour cream. It's called our loaded baked potato pizza. I sent that in because for the contest, and we won second place. I got a check for $100. It's sitting up in my drawer next to my bed right now. I already cashed the check. Whoop whoop.
Good one, Pete. That's great. I know the Potato Council does big business here in Denver, so that's a nice trophy for the headboard.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. We were pretty psyched about it, actually.
Well, I'm really glad to have you on this broadcast, Pete, because you're one of those business owners that is really conscious about the community that you live in and about the impact that you make as a business. I think it's a great model for other businesses to follow. Can you tell the people watching at home why you've chosen to do that and why it makes such a difference in your business?
Yeah, Anthony, great question. I'm really glad that you asked. When we started iPie, I started it with my daughter, Katie, and she's president of the company, and she's 8 months pregnant. She's 32 years old. She's going to give that baby, and she's still going to be president of the company. We love powerful women. We believe that all people have a path to contributing. So when we started iPie, there's a book that I read by an author. His name is Simon Sinek, Sinek. And the name of the book is Start With Why. So if you listen to Anthony's questions, both of Anthony's questions were why questions. And we decided that we needed to have a business with purpose that was greater than just making a living. Because while making a living is obviously a necessity, making a difference is what gives us purpose in our life and allows us to go to work every day with intention and with passion to make our dreams come true. We want to be a transformational business model. We want to lead and show how capitalism can solve so many of the problems that face our country. And we want to inspire people to use their wallets to support those companies that align with their values. That's the ultimate iPie mission. Inspiring via mouthwatering iPie, coupled with our passionate dedication to community, education, and humor. We're trying to start a movement to get consumers to take control and create the society they want to see with their wallets. Too many people fall into the trap of, oh, there's this conspiracy here, and oh, there's this conspiracy there. And the moment we buy into that, we give up all our ability to be the change that we want to be, because we've given up. We've said it's out of our control. But the fact of the matter is it's in our control, and it's up to all of us to exercise that control. And when we do, we're going to transform our society to be a vision of what we want it to be.
That's great. Thanks for sharing with our viewers your company mission. I think it's very meaningful that you know it, that your employees know it, and that you share it with everybody who might be a customer of yours. And it's not easy because it might not on the surface be a moneymaker to be a community steward like that. But I think it's for the people who are looking to buy on Small Business Saturday. I think that's what they're looking for.
Well, and the other thing, Anthony, is indeed we function on the triple bottom line of people, profit, and planet. So when you talk about the triple bottom line of people, profit, and planet, a company likes to have measurables in place where they can measure how well are they doing with their people, how well are they doing with their profit, and how well are they doing in their interactions with the planet. And so as a direct consequence of that, we make less money. We spend $400 a month just to get our trash separated, measured, weighed, so that we can produce reports that shows how much we've diverted away from the solid waste landfills, and then the corresponding savings in energy and raw materials that are created by that effort. We compost and recycle voluntarily within the stores. We have to pay for compostable and recyclable packaging. We have to pay for compostable trash bags. All that comes in an expense. And if we didn't do that, if we made the choice to be like most other businesses and just take all of our solid waste and put it into a dumpster, which went into the landfill, we would make more money. We'd make like $5,000 a year per store. We'd line our pockets with 10 grand a year just by switching off of our solid waste initiative. But when you function on the triple bottom line of people, profit, and planet, that comes with the knowledge that you may knowingly sacrifice one leg of the mission to buttress another leg of the mission. So we knowingly sacrifice a little bit of profit, knowing that we're making a much larger impact on the planet. And ultimately, at the end of the day, our impact on the planet and the legacy we leave behind as a business to continue to do that after we've passed through this world matters way more than how much money we made.
Yeah, I think that's so important. I commend you. My hat is off. I, pledge to follow in the footsteps. And
well, Anthony, I want to say something really quick about it, right? What if you walked into a restaurant and you asked them, hey, what's your solid waste initiative? And they couldn't positively answer the question. And so you looked the owner, you looked that manager in the eye, and you said, well, I respect that you guys haven't made that move yet, but until you do, I'm not going to be able to eat at your restaurant. Do you know that we could start a movement so fast where if 3 people a day went into a restaurant for the course of a week, 21 people went into one restaurant in the course of a week, by the end of that month, that restaurant would be dealing with they would have a solid waste initiative in place. See, we have all the control. Yeah. It's just up to us to exercise it. And to do that, we have to really want things to change. We have to be conscious about it.
Yeah, no, there are thought leaders out there who are requiring this of organizations. They will say, okay, I'll collaborate with you if you have a diversity and inclusion initiative, right? And they're making a change just in the same way you are with your solid waste initiative. I think that's the way to do it. One person at a time can make a change if they request, if they require that businesses take that people, profit, planet initiative. It's great.
Yeah, and so one other of the most wonderful effects that doing this kind of stuff has is it really engages our staff. And because of an engaged staff, our turnover in our stores is very low. And when you have low turnover because you have a staff that is aligned with the values of the company, you have so much of a better experience. And I get people, because I live in Broomfield, my store's in Broomfield, and I'm a native of Broomfield. I get a lot of people that I know coming into me and telling me about the experience they had at the store. And we have such good experiences at our store because we have such consistency in our staffing with the same people, and they really understand and they get it and they care. And to have a staff that cares and doesn't turn over, that's how you really thrive in business.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we just had you on for a 15-minute segment here, but I'm waiting for the next guest to come on. And I thought in between guests here, I would do a little service for your company. You've given me access to your Google My Business account, and I wanted more people to be able to find this offer of yours, free delivery until the end of tomorrow. And so I put together a little training here that is for you, and it's for other business owners. And so here it is. I've only found one thing that works better than video. It's Google My Business. If I speak into my phone, burritos near me, Google knows where I am, and it's going to show me all the best results in my vicinity. You want the same thing to happen for you and your business. This is that video. Okay, so we're here in Pete's Google My Business account. This is behind the scenes for Google. These are the past posts that he's posted, and we're going to create an offer. But before we can create this offer, which is going to be the Small Business Saturday offer, we're gonna create a graphic or a image to post up there. So where are all the places that you deliver to, Pete?
Well, we deliver within 3-mile radius of the Broomfield store from 145 Nickel Street, and we deliver in a 2.5-mile radius from the Wheat Ridge store at 5807 West 38th Avenue.
Okay, so to keep things simple and clear, I'll just say Broomfield and Wheat Ridge. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, so there's our little graphic that we're going to post up here while we wait for our other guest. And I just used a tool called Canva, and it gave me that image right there. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to upload that image. And here it is. And then you're going to see how this is going to work for you when people speak into their phone, small business Saturday offers near me. All right. So the case study here, the proof of concept is that Google My Business is a lot more powerful than we think, because hundreds of people a day solve their daily problems with Google, and Google wants to give them a good experience. And so what I'll do now is just have our viewers do a case study for themselves. They can speak into their phone. If they're in Broomfield or Wheat Ridge, speak in small business Saturday offers near me, and hopefully that post that we just published on your Google My Business account will show up. I would love to see some comments in the stream here of other people that were able to make that happen.
Anthony, you mentioned a tool that we use a lot, and if you aren't friends with Anthony Prichard, then you're missing out, because Anthony does a great amount of research, and he has a really high degree of knowledge on how to create and the tools actually necessary to create really good content for your videos. And Anthony is absolutely the person who showed us what it means to use video in what we do. And we did a video yesterday for Small Business Saturday and for that free delivery app with my two daughters, Katie and Molly, and we posted it. We have a social media person who is engaged with what we do all the time. She's permanent and she's on staff, because while some people think social media is pretty free, social media is anything but free, and it really pays to stay on top of it. And one of the things our social media person has taught us is the power of video. In that, Anthony, in the way she taught us, was she began to plot all of our posts, and she began to look at the engagements and the results from those different posts. And when she began to plot the posts, and then she used a set of 10 metrics to measure how effective the posts were, it was proven unequivocally that video is the #1 way to engage with your customer base. And Anthony headed us down that road, and now our social media person says that for us as iPod, the next thing we need to do is we need to start doing 3-minute videos that tell our story. Mm-hmm. So we do these 30-second videos or 45-second videos frequently, but what she's telling us just this week was we need to get the story out, and the story is way more effectively told in a 3-minute video. So we're going to really start focusing on telling our story in those 3-minute videos. But I just have to tell everybody, Anthony Prichard is brilliant. He's really studied this stuff. He studied it hard. He's been way ahead of the learning curve from most people in this industry. I met him 7 years ago, I think. Has it been about that long now, Anthony? Mm-hmm. At a Rotary meeting. And if you'll notice, guys, I'm wearing my Rotary shirt right here. I've got my Rotary logo on.
Yeah.
I met Anthony at a Rotary meeting in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. And I was really taken with him because it was clear that Anthony understood things at a much deeper level than many people in the digital industry do. And so I was drawn to him, and it's been a fruitful relationship, and I'm really, really delighted to have made friends with Anthony Prichard.
Thanks for the recommendation and the testimonial, Pete. If you're a business owner, follow Pete on social media. He produces some great, simple, low technology videos that get a lot of engagement. I know, Pete, a lot of your clients have said they follow your videos on social media. And so you're a great spokesperson for your business. In fact, there's nobody who's better at being a spokesperson for your business than you, because nobody knows your business better than you do. One of the ways, thanks again for coming on the show, Pete. I appreciate your time here. One of the
Thanks for
ways
having me.
that I've been contributing to the community is with No Shave November. Now, I know Pete he's clean shaven, but this is my No Shave November look that you're seeing. And it only gets this big once a year. But our next guest has a much different commitment to the no shave movement. And I have known a lot of business owners and mentors who've died of prostate cancer. And so as fun as it is, it's also serious. And Matt Hamill of Green Door Fitness has a great beard to show off for us today. He's a business owner over off of Colfax and Josephine.
Colfax and Josephine, yeah, or York probably is better way to say it.
That's right. Those two go side by side one ways.
Yeah.
Near City Park. And he's also a business owner who's committed to the planet. And he's a small business owner. And so I wanted to invite him on to talk about some great small business gifts that you could buy for your significant other or for people in your family. Matt, thanks for coming on the broadcast.
Hey, Tony, Anthony, thank you so much for having me here. Appreciate that I could be here and be with you just to share this time, and honored that you asked me to come and do this. So I totally appreciate it. And yes, some great gifts that you could do. I always love going local. So wherever you are, you want to go local. You want to get local artisan gifts, local food, local gifts. There's a shop right next to me. It's called Studio Colfax. And I'm just going to plug them real quick because they're on my block and they have some of the best gifts ever that are homemade, but they're very professional looking. Some of them are just carved little stones that you put in your freezer and they become like ice for your drinks. And it's really cool.
Put it in the comments right now. What's the name of this spot?
It's called Studio Colfax.
Okay.
And if you're coming down on Colfax and you want to see Studio Colfax, you may as well come down to Green Door Fitness.
Yeah.
Get a workout in.
Yeah.
Right? You want to come to Green Door Fitness. We have personal training at membership prices, and our real specialty, especially with COVID right now, is we can get you in with a trainer, one-on-one training, and we can shut the rest of the gym down so that there's no one else there other than you and the trainer. So we keep it really small, really private, really safe. So that's a really good thing for us.
Well, I know we're coming into the new year. A lot of people start planning for the new year in this month, and they want to make improvements. They want to adjust. They want to up level. And so I thought maybe you could tell a story about a client that you've had, because you've been in business for a lot of years. I figured you'd probably have a story that you could tell us about somebody who did come in during this time with some challenges physically, and what was their transformation?
Yeah, great question, Tony. By the way, we've been in business here at Green Door Fitness. March will be 7 years. I've been personal training for over 20. But as far as transitions, we have this in-body tracker right behind me. It's right over here. And this is basically a medical device that we can track your body fat percentage, your weight, and all these other metrics. And in 10 days, I've seen somebody we checked them on there. In 10 days, they lost 15 pounds and 6% body fat. Now that is phenomenal, and that's not going to happen to everybody. Most of us don't have that much to lose. But at the same time, we keep track. We make it tangible so that we can see it and feel it. And that was just a huge, huge drop that we've never seen anything like that. It was great.
Awesome. I wanted to put your own website in the comments here. What's your website, Matt?
Yeah, just greendoorfitness.com. Easy.
Right. There it is in the comments for those of you that are watching. Matt, tell the viewers about the name of your business and why is it named Green Door Fitness?
Well, as you mentioned, Tony, at the beginning, as you were introducing me, I do care more about life more than just fitness. That is my profession. I love to do fitness because it gets me out into the world. And as I'm out in the world doing adventures, I've done some adventures with you, Tony, that some of the adventures just make me realize that no one's taking care of our planet. And so we got to take care of our planet. We've got to recycle. Green Door Fitness is we've been a green Denver business. The Denver government has a special certification for being a green Denver business, and all 7 years that we've been around, we have been a part of that, and we're a strong supporter of that. Mm-hmm. I like to, like I said, shop local. I get all my food local. I've started hunting so that I can get my own meat that way. I support a local CSA in the summertime so that I can get all my veggies from up there and fruits from Paonia and Hotchkiss out that way.
Yeah. Let's maybe promote that because that's a good gift too.
Those are great gifts. Yeah.
What is a CSA?
So a CSA is community shared agriculture. So those are great things because here it's December. Well, it's going to be December, a couple of days, right? And this is usually the time that I put my money and give it to the farm that's actually called Monroe Farm, the one that I use. Mm-hmm. And I give it to Monroe Farm in December. So all the money goes right to the farm. You're going to the grocery store, great place to get food, no doubt. But the food goes to the grocery store, to the distributor, and then maybe to the farmer, mm-hmm. right? So this way, I'm making sure the farmer gets all his money. Mm-hmm. And they've got it early, too. They get a big chunk from me, a big chunk from everybody, so that they already know all the money that they have in January just for the whole year. Mm-hmm. And then, I buy... that would be another great gift. You could go in with some neighbors, some friends, family, and you could buy a whole hog or a whole goat. And so I've done that before because not everybody's a hunter, right? So I'll supplement some meat with things like that. And that would be a great thing that you guys could, as a gift, you could be like, hey, I'm going to get a quarter of the hog. You get a quarter, we'll give everybody a quarter. And that's a great gift.
That's great. Well, I don't know if I've asked you yet, but what would be an example gift that someone could buy from Green Door Fitness for their significant other? What kind of options do you have there? If fitness is the thing, if getting healthy is the thing, do you have a selection? What kind of ways could people get fit over?
We don't sell a whole lot, but we do have a few shirts around, right? Whoops. We have a few shirts. We have some hats. We have, it's getting colder out. We have some stocking hats. We have some baseball caps.
Great.
But
so they come in, they get a membership style fitness program, and everybody who joins as a member gets personal fitness, which is different than maybe a bigger membership type gym. And they schedule their time in once a week, so they've got it on the calendar, and it's sanitary because it's just you and a trainer in there.
Yeah.
And what about spinning classes? Are you doing those anymore?
Yeah, great question, Tony. We actually have spin classes on Wednesday and Friday mornings, and they're on Zoom, very similar to what we're doing right here.
Oh.
And so our instructors at home, we've actually delivered mini bikes, and some people have their own bikes at home.
Oh.
And so we're doing spin classes that way. And we actually have a couple more bikes here for rent. If anybody would like to do that, you could rent a bike for the next couple of months and take our spin classes, or just use the bike on your own leisure.
That's great. That's some ingenuity there. Way to transition in the midst of adversity.
Yeah, we also have, as far as Zoom workouts, we have some boot camps that we do on Tuesdays, Thursday mornings. And those are, I'm on it, leading it. And, I'll have 6 to 8 people there and we're all working out. And it's a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, got to say thanks for coming on the broadcast with me. I know I kind of gave this invitation to you last minute, but I really appreciate you bringing this value to the people who are watching out there.
No
I was going to have one more business that did cupcakes, but I didn't get the invitation to out her early enough. And it looks like Pete is still on the call here. So I figured I'd just bring him back on to see if there's any other businesses that either of you two want to promote right now, local businesses that you know of. This is what this broadcast is all about. How can people who are watching support Small Business Saturday? Take it away, you guys.
Pete? Anything, Pete?
Oh, I'm going to listen to you for a second. I got a couple ideas.
Okay, well, I would definitely like to reach out and throw my wife's business out there. She's with Hair People. So, this wouldn't be complete if I didn't talk about her. She's had her small business going for almost 20 years now. And her father started that. And that is a great way to support some small business. Every girl wants her hair cut and colored and styled. So that's a great way to do it. Yeah, local breweries are great. It all comes back for me. It's always local. Keep it local. Try to buy things made in Colorado. Those would be great things for me. What do you have, Pete?
Well, we have in Broomfield, we have a restaurant called Roots, and they started off as a catering business, and then they've had to switch as a restaurant. And with the dining shutdowns, the restaurant industry's really getting hammered right now. It's unfortunate. Yeah. So support our friends at Roots in Broomfield. And when you get down to the Wheat Ridge area, there's a martial arts studio that's just down the street from me, and I can't remember their name, unfortunately, right off the bat. Nevertheless, it's like you said, it takes a conscious effort to support those businesses. One has to want to really be a part of that change and want to be a part of that support network to make that a reality. So I just exhort everybody out there to do that and to take the time to slow down a little bit and look around you and see what's around you before you jump on the internet and hit Amazon. It's just such a complex environment out there right now. We know how easy it is to just hit your computer, click a couple of buttons and call it good. But the shift in the retail because of that has just been really brutal.
Yeah. Pete, you hit the nail on the head. It's so much easier to sit here and hit Amazon on your computer and just ship it right to your house. But I love to go to the Tattered Cover and buy a book from there just to really be in there and support that nice, that's a great industry as well, just to books. And, the restaurants, like you said, my friend has the Chocolate Lab right over here. His name's Phil. And if you can get any sort of takeout, they're coming up with all kinds of outdoor dining options. So try to support them. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's really an interesting time right now. It's so funny because I'm kind of dual tasking here. I'm task switching, but I was reading on my computer just now about ghost kitchens, and there's people who are pushing back against ghost kitchens because they're concerned what it's going to do to the culture of their communities, right? If you all of a sudden people aren't gathering anymore to join together in a meal, but they're on their home and they're on their device and they hit send and the food shows up and they never have to even engage. They don't even have to call and have a conversation with the person on the telephone to order their pizza. They could just hit a couple of buttons, pay, boom, the pizza shows up, and that's that. There's restaurant business owners out there really concerned about the cultural impact of this move towards delivery only models. And ironically enough, it's really strange that this article just came up because we just closed on purchasing a commercial building on Thursday. So we purchased a 3,000 square foot building in Louisville, Colorado to move some of our production. So we're really excited about that. It's going to allow us to scale our business model. But the other side of it is we're going to put a ghost kitchen in there. We're putting a ghost kitchen in this building we just bought. There will be no carry out, no pickup, no signage, no branding. The only way you'll be able to get food from Infinitus in Louisville is order on the internet, pay on the internet, and the driver's going to show up with the food. So while I'm lamenting, ostensibly I'm lamenting the rise of ghost kitchens and the dangers that it provides to denigration of the bonds of community, I'm embracing it fully because on an economic scale, it may be where we need to go. And what makes it even more ironic is that when we started Infinitus Pie, I'd spent 20 years in pizza delivery, and our number one goal was never to be in pizza delivery again. Never. We were going to make the best pizza ever. If people wanted the best pizza ever, they would have to come to us to get it. We'd make it so good they'd want to come to us, and they'd forego the delivery just to get the best. And while it worked for us well for 9 years, when the pandemic hit, we went back into pizza delivery. And now, far from pushing off on delivery, I've embraced delivery in a way that even when I was in the delivery business, I never embraced delivery, because we still had carry out and pickup when I was in the delivery business. And now we're going to have none of that. And it's going to be 100% delivery. There will be no cash options. You won't be able to pay with cash. You're just going to be able to pay with your credit card to get it delivered. And that's that. It's pretty stunning.
That's a big turnaround.
That's a big turnaround.
Well, thanks for sharing these business ideas, you guys. Might have to think of a way to integrate this into a regular segment.
That'd be fun.
Hey, Anthony, I want to say something. So somehow or another, I got kicked off of StreamYard, and so how do you get this broadcast out? Like, I went onto my laptop then, and I went to StreamYard to try and find this, because my phone was being goofy and I couldn't find it. I went to your website to try and find it. Like, if I was just somebody out there and I wanted to watch your television show, which is what this is, and way to go, Anthony, how would I find your television show and get and watch it and watch its content?
Yeah, the link that I send you to is just for the broadcast studio. It's not the actual broadcast. So this is showing up 4 different places. I've got it on Periscope. I've got it on Twitch, my Facebook channel, my YouTube page. And so if you wanted to share it, then you would just go to my timeline and find the broadcast and then share it on your timeline. So it's a little confusing for first-time guests, but for everybody else out there who's watching, it showed up in their news feed just like any other piece of content that they normally consume.
So it kind of seems like it's hard to navigate just to go and find it. Because what I did, what do you think I did? The very first thing, Anthony, to try and find it.
Went to my
website. I Googled the name Anthony Prichard.
Okay.
That's the first thing I did, thinking, wow, Anthony Prichard and StreamYard will come up somewhere, and I'll just hit the link and I'll be back and watching the show again on my laptop.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did.
Well, I mean, you've been good at adapting technology, and that's not, so far-fetched. I guess for me, this tool is a great business tool that I think all business spokespeople will utilize in the near future, or something like this. And so your familiarity with it is just helping your own learning curve. And, it's something you could use to invite your clients on, or maybe catering chefs, or any other topic in your industry to, be on the forefront of research and development, and to position yourself as that thought leader who pushes your own industry. So that's what I'm doing.
Can you talk about Canva a little bit? That's a tool that we use a lot at iPie, actually. Would you tell your fans a little bit about Canva, how you discovered it, and the ways that they can use it for their business?
Yeah, I'll do better than that. I'll show you. These are all my designs. This is the home, and it gives these pre-measured designs for all the different types of graphics and media that you might need in your business. And I guess over here on the left, I've got all my designs, and let me me pop this screen open all the way so you guys can see that. Yeah, I'm able to customize even my own resume, these different logos, different show banner arts that I do, and it makes graphic creation a snap, really. So anything you need when it comes to graphics online, you can get it right there on Canva.
And we use it actually. So if we want business cards, we build the business cards in Canva. We have our assets saved on Canva. We've paid for a Canva account. I think it's $12 a month, and it's not much. And essentially, it gives you, I mean, for the newbie or for somebody who's not sophisticated, it gives you Adobe Illustrator capability without having to buy Adobe Illustrator software. Plus, it provides a platform to save all your graphic assets on, so that when you go to do your graphic assets, you go in and you can pull out your other saved designs, and you can pull elements out of those designs to incorporate into your new designs. I mean, it's just really, Canva's been revolutionary. And Anthony, you know, Katie Pie's the one who discovered Canva, and Katie Pie is the Canva queen, buddy.
Good, great.
Yeah, so when we do our business cards, like we do these little cards, and then we'll download them, and you download them to a print file, and it actually, for anybody who knows printing, it'll ask you about bleeds and that kind of stuff. So if you want to download a file that has bleeds and everything's ready to go, so all you have to do is go to your favorite printer here in town, or you can upload it to an online company. We use a company called Got Print, like Got Milk, and you can upload your file to Got Print, and it's got the bleeds and everything. You do a digital preview of it, hit send. It makes getting printing fast, easy, and inexpensive. It's just provides, there's tools out there for business people that if they're paying attention and they're working at it, there's so much support out there. It's just incredible.
All these things that you had to outsource before have now been made easier with technology, which is the definition of technology. If it doesn't make your life easier, it shouldn't be in your life.
Well, yeah, and like, how about taking food photography shots, right? I have a setting on my camera that's a knife and a fork. So unfortunately, if you're a photographer in this world, if there's somebody who's studied lighting enough, understands how to create decent lighting, and then understands actually the art behind creating something that looks good before you set it in front of the camera, if you got some knowledge of food art and some knowledge of lighting, you don't have to have any knowledge of cameras. You just set it on the knife and fork of your, of your camera, of your Nikon, and you're in the business of taking food photography. And our food photography looks pretty dang good most of the time. Sometimes, it's not the best, but that all goes back to the food art. And that's the thing you got to learn.
Yeah. Any other tech tools, Matt, that you've used?
Oh, man, I could be a lot better at the tech tools. I am not one that is jumping on the tech tools. I have a great accountant. I send everything to her. I have a great website girl. I send everything to her. I figure if it's off my plate, I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm learning it and figuring out how to do it. And I like to do that once in a while, but man, sometimes you just gotta get somebody to do it.
Yeah, you got to focus on what you know, right? Because that's where your value is. It's not wearing every hat in your business. The smart business owner focuses on what they know and then delegates the stuff that they don't know, and they continue to develop their expertise in that which they know, because that ongoing development of expertise in that which they know has a much higher value than trying to broaden their skill set by learning every single thing there is to learn.
That's right, Pete. That was one thing that I figured out when I first started, and I was trying to do every little thing, and I couldn't figure it out, and it's more enjoyable for me. And like you said, I feel like I've became a pretty good expert dealing with people, because that's what I like to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I know you guys got to get back to your business. Thanks for coming on the show and sharing your time with me. And for those viewers, for anybody that wants to get a hold of Matt Hamill at Green Door Fitness, go over to greendoorfitness.com. And anybody that wants a pizza, you can find them on Google. Just type in IPIE. IPIE. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Anthony, man. Great job as always.
Thanks, Tony.
Nowadays, you are your own television broadcasting station, and it costs just a fraction of what it did 5 years ago.